You got the red pen?
Yeah, I got. Oh wait, no, this one's green. Sorry. Hold on.
That sends the wrong message.
No, I know. We need. I circled my. I made my notes in red Sharpie because I figured that way they'll be bold.
Okay, so you need the black pen then for contrast.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Got it. Okay, and legal pad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got. That doesn't look like legal to me. That looks like A4. Are you?
They were out of legal stuff, so I just picked
Staples
up whatever they
was
had.
out of legal.
Yeah, they were. There's the lawyer convention happening
Oh, no.
at the Lindbrook Center. So,
Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza, yeah, exactly. They got Sotomayor as the guest speaker, so yeah, it's a pretty big.
They got Sotomayor on the main stage, and they got Kavanaugh over on the side stage, presented by Stella Artois.
Exactly.
That's gonna be a fucking blast.
Yeah, but as a result, they were out of legal pad. Should we call him in?
Should we call Kavanaugh?
No. The mayor.
Okay.
We've been
because we love Kavanaugh.
No, I'm aware. Listen, he
signed. Kavanaugh signed my legal pad. Unfortunately, I ripped it off and threw it away. But because I needed to do a new page. But
he bought me a beer.
When I said that the stage is presented by Stella Artois, I forgot that he likes beer. But that is one of the main things about
that's one of his main personality traits, as we know.
What an asshole. Okay, yeah, we can let him in. Let's just try to be as imposing as possible behind the desk. And
Alex, get in here.
Enter.
Is it true? Is Kavanaugh here?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
He's on the side stage at 7.
Okay, then I don't need this baseball bat.
You're gonna have him sign his baseball bat?
Sure.
He was a fan of baseball, I think.
What's all this? I was about to go in for a performance review. Are we doing that together?
Yeah, we need you to sit down, and actually, we've started recording, so you can actually
Yeah.
Do you want to do the intro?
Oh, sweet.
State your name for the
Test.
record,
1,
please.
2, 1, 2. Dildo wagons. Test 1, 2. Anyway, welcome back to ELELR, everyone. My name is Alex Shear. I'm the mayor of Limbrook, New York, and I am curious as hell what sorry son of a bitch is gonna get fired today. Who are we reviewing, guys?
We're actually reviewing you. Hi, I'm Mike G. This is my co-counsel Adam Rudy, and we are here as the impeachment team, actually, of the village of Limbrook.
We are the performance reviewers, and therefore likely are going to be managing an impeachment. I shouldn't say likely, possibly going to be managing an impeachment. It's just part of the process. We have been appointed, and it's a responsibility that we take very seriously. So,
in the past, we have worked with you. We served at the pleasure of the mayor, but since you signed off on these new jobs here, we gotta serve these subpoenas and stuff pretty well.
What the hell, guys?
More legal terms.
What is why are you doing this? Is this about the Barone Zone?
No, it's not about the Barone Zone.
Is this about the recreational vehicle?
Not that either.
All of this stuff was outside of your performance as the mayor.
Is this about the snakes?
Mostly, partially about the snakes.
Less about the snakes and more how they ended up in the spaghetti.
Yeah, and I mean we do have several lawsuits from patrons of the
That's Amore,
restaurant.
the Italian restaurant down the street.
Yeah, we have two people complaining.
You call this Amore?
Yeah, exactly. We're
not to
familiar.
be confused with the aquarium pet store that's down the street. That is a statement. You call this Amore? It's more of a command.
Yeah, we're thank you.
Well, you know what?
We do have 2 people that complained about venomous bites, and one person that's upset because she ate one and is a vegan and did not realize that the spaghetti would be, animal products. So we have 3 ongoing lawsuits there alone, but that's actually not even the beginning of our issues here today.
I heard one of them was radioactive and bit a girl, and now we got a snake woman.
Yeah, we got Snake Woman.
Yeah.
Well, we hired Snake Woman. She's I don't know if you saw her when you came in, but we've got her behind the desk out there as the receptionist.
Cool. I didn't notice. I guess I only saw her top half. Anyway.
She's fantastic, especially because as soon as she answers the phone, the people calling to complain are terrified of the hissing noise coming out the other side.
Yeah. I mean, after they realize there's nothing wrong with their phone. But no, Sandra's been great. I really like having her. She's definitely going to stick around.
I like her. We'll probably see her nonstop. Well, since we got to do this, look, we need an episode by tomorrow, so we got to double book here. So this week we're also gonna
Mike, get the pens ready. This is part of it. This is part of your duties as the mayor. So we're just gonna be ready to review. We are gonna be reviewing your performance.
All right, hang on. Then I'll ham it up a little bit.
Go big.
Go big or go home.
This week is season 3, episode 8, The Article.
Mm-hmm.
Guardian of the Key to the Mint, Ray Barone tries to help his friend Andy write an article he is writing. But when Andy gets published in Sports Illustrated without taking Ray's advice, he becomes a salty Sally. There's a lot to talk about here, and there's a lot to dissect. I think this is a very interesting episode for Raymond. I have a lot to say about him. I'm sure you guys do as well. It's going to be an interesting episode. I hope you stick with it through all this bullshit that we're about to go through.
Okay, so 2 notes here. Number 1, you misspelled the word dissect. One S.
Yeah, in your spoken intro, you misspelled the word dissect. So
yeah.
You're going to have to dock you for that. I don't know, Mike. I'm feeling like a 3 out of 5. I did find it compelling how he went into the I didn't
even write down the word dissect.
That was alliteration. That was good.
That was good. But, room to improve. So satisfactory.
Yeah, satisfactory.
Okay.
Well, I've made it this far in life with that grade, so.
Yes.
Fair enough. Okay, so listen. You are the one. Even though we're looking for impeachment, you were the one that started this commission. You wanted to do better, so we were
friends 20 minutes ago.
We're still
friends.
I was making you guys some spaghetti, and you guys asked for extra marinara sauce, and I went to go get it, and now we're all dealing with you guys are suddenly into peaches now.
Yes. Well, ever since we got that timeshare in Georgia together last weekend. We're peach crazy.
Yummy. Well, I don't approve, but since when do I get what I want?
Well, actually, that's part of the issue. We've noticed that you get what you want actually quite frequently. First of all, we did notice a $35,000 charge here to install a sauna in your primary work office.
A sauna.
Yeah. Even though that
it's a sauna. It's for the new receptionist.
Gotcha.
Apparently, she gets really dry skin very easily.
And that's something that we wanted to talk to you about as well, as we've gotten some, not complaints from the other people around the office, just questions about what the propriety of your relationship with Sandra is.
Mm-hmm, I met her 3 days ago.
Okay, and you're already buying her a sauna? We're just, just dotting I's and crossing T's, and you missed one there, cross that T.
Oh, shit, sorry. Yeah, got it, gotcha.
That says impeachmental. So
that's a word, right?
We just want to check, how's it going?
With what?
With Sandra.
She's doing okay. I think she got a tour of the building yesterday and started working officially this morning. No one's called yet, which is awesome. Or rather, no calls have been passed on to me, which is what I prefer. Keeps my schedule wide open to make spaghetti.
Mm-hmm. But you purchased her a sauna, I guess, is the thing that we're kind of glossing over.
To be fair,
here.
it's kind of it was kind of so that we didn't get sued. Because again, to go back to the main point of her character, she was bit by a snake.
Yes, she's embraced it though.
She has.
But still,
she's wearing snakeskin purse. She's carrying a snakeskin purse.
Some Hannibal Lecter shit.
Yeah,
that's some cannibal shit.
It's a little messed up actually, but I feel like we're getting off target here. I just think that if you're gonna buy a $35,000 sauna, taking it from the budget to subsidize the homeless shelter, probably not a great move as a mayor.
Sorry, Mike. It was, to be fair to him, it was earmarked for the homeless sauna.
So yeah, that's on us. See, that's another thing. That's another thing. You got to stop using autocorrect when you're passing these bills.
The sauna is public domain. Literally, any town citizen can come in and use it as long as they have their Limbrook ID. And that's true with everything in Town Hall.
And that's another
that's
thing.
how it's always been.
Sorry. Come on in, please. Enter.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Hey, I'm Old Man Billy.
Thank you for introducing yourself, Old Man Billy.
Yeah, no, I know you, Mayor Alex. Thank you very much, by the way, for the sauna. Really appreciate it. Don't often get to leave the house in just a towel and nothing else. But hey, we get it's pretty solid.
Old Man Billy.
I just want to say thank you.
Old Man Billy, I wanted just one thing.
Yeah.
You forgot the towel.
Oh. Damn! Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm just floating in the wind over here. What's the matter with me? Sorry, bud.
It's okay. Just take what's drooping down there and just sling it around yourself a little bit. No one can tell the difference.
Yeah. No problem. All right.
Sauna's through there, sir.
Sorry.
We're kind of in the. I honestly shouldn't have let you.
Yeah, why'd you open the door?
Sandra was doing her. We're in the middle of something here.
Oh yeah. Anything I could help with?
No.
I guess actually yes. If you want to have a seat.
Sure.
We just washed those seats.
Well, he hasn't gone in the sauna yet. It's a windy day out, so he's pretty dry.
For now.
I didn't say you were clean. I said you're dry. So I mean, it'll be fine. What's your general overall? I guess you could help us with this. What is your general overall perception of how the mayor is doing his job?
Oh, I mean, hey, he's got me a sauna. He got me an opportunity to get away from my wife.
Okay, fun.
Right?
Yeah.
That typically gets a bigger laugh, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. New audience, new age.
Yeah, we kind of don't like the my wife kind of humor.
Seems too easy.
And people don't like us because of that fact. So I understand. It's.
I mean, I won the popular vote anyway.
You know what I don't really like either? My wife, hey.
Okay, it's kind of getting to me now.
All right, I got one.
It is kind of funny.
There we go.
Hey, have you seen Borat?
Oh my god!
What's Borat? Is that one of those fancy moving
Oh, you're
pictures?
gonna love it.
We were gonna take a break to talk about the
going to
episode, and
love
now we're just falling even for just Old Man Bill. Was that your name?
Billy. I go by Bill. Old Man Bill's my father. I'm Old Man Billy.
Oh, okay.
And what's your son's name again? I think I played ball with him.
Yeah, that's Young Man William.
Oh,
wow.
Interesting. I thought he would have crossed over by now, but maybe he's a late bloomer.
Nah. If you're not getting any, if you're not a double ARP member, you're not Old Man.
Double ARP.
Yeah.
Oh, AARP. I thought you meant you were 2 times over an AARP member.
No. There are
a quadruple ARP.
Yeah. No,
quadruple A, double R, double P.
Yeah. What did you think of the episode?
Oh, the episode. That was, you know what? I loved it. I thought it was a great episode. I thought it was very funny. I thought that, I really thought Ray got a bad rap this episode. I think that he started out doing very good. I think that people really jumped on the bandwagon to, really tear him down. But,
Yeah,
I guess a self-conscious, self-analysis is never a bad thing. My old therapist used to tell me that, but that's I'm always here for it,
Okay, and Mike, what did you think of the episode?
I mean, sorry, hey, I was really trying.
You've been
to
transfixed by Old Man Bill.
Hey, you owe me money. Hey, sorry, Billy. Let's deal with that.
Wait,
with that
Old Man Billy, you work at Staples, right?
You know it. This guy bought
Mike,
out
did
all
you
our
not
legal
pay for
pads right before Lollapalooza.
You want them back? They're right here.
No, we do need those. We're going to be taking a lot of notes.
Take them.
Maybe we can work something out. How about we give you a little extra time in the sauna? How does that sound?
I mean, sauna time is good for me. You know what I mean? I'm here for it, baby.
You know what? We'll throw in a free towel, too.
No need.
Okay. All right, I tried. Mike, what did you think of the episode?
I actually agree with Billy quite a lot.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that Ray deserved a lot of the self-centered thing, but I think the first little incident in which he made Andy cry because he was reviewing his article, which, first of all, hilarious choice for Andy as a character. But if you want to be a writer, the only thing writing is yes, you write words on a paper, but the first draft is never any good. Doesn't matter if you're a newbie or if you're freaking, Stephen King. You gotta rewrite and rewrite and rewrite. The fact that Andy took it so hard that he got a little repetitive sometime, that's entirely on him. Ray didn't deserve any crap for that. And then, later on, Ray kind of took a turn for the worse. But I'm focused on the initial part here. I think that Ray was 100% in the right. I think that Deborah got on Ray's case a little bit too much about making Andy cry. Because again, if you want to be a writer, you got to listen to why your writing sucks. Because writing is the art of rewriting.
Let me interject here, because I don't entirely agree with you.
Oh, okay. I'm this down. This is good. This is good stuff.
You lost my vote in the re-election, just for the record.
Billy, I can remove your sauna privileges like that.
Billy, you immediately did a 180 on Mike, completely forgave him for stealing the entire stock of your staples, and are now fully defending his opinion on this episode.
Listen, broken clock twice a day. You know what I mean? Hey, the guy gave me more sauna time. That's
I did want to talk to you about that, because the road guys have been complaining that you've been smashing clocks in the road twice a day. So can you not do that? You've popped so many tires.
I don't understand why. They're all set to new times. Eventually, there will be the correct time.
It's less the functioning of the clock that's the issue, and more the fact that you are lifting over your head a crate full of clocks and smashing them down in the middle of Sunrise Highway.
The doc says I need resistance training. I don't know what
the dog says you need resistance. Are you like a Son of Sam kind of guy?
No, I'm not a Son of Sam. No,
you're a Son of Bill.
I'm a Son of Bill. We made that very clear.
Yeah. Sorry,
cut to the middle of the highway. Like, I'm late. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Oh, wait, yes, I am. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Oh, wait, yes, I am. Oh, actually, I'm right on time.
Alex, go ahead. You disagree with Old Man Bill.
And Mike.
Old Man Billy.
Who are different people.
My name is Old Man Billy. Old Man Bill's my father.
I would rather keep it formal. Go ahead, Alex.
Firstly, I completely agree with you both on the initial part of your statement about Ray talking to Andy. I think Andy needs a bigger skin for this if he's going to grow as a creative, because you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be good. However, right where I start to disagree with you is right when he gets home to Deborah, because I think what she's initially trying to say to him about how he's always kind of focused on himself is not even that his story, it's how he proceeds to act around her. When Deborah's tells him that he is only interested in talking about his issues and that he's not listening to what she has to say, he then responds by saying, okay, so anyway, then he continues talking about his shit. And I think that's what she's really getting at. And that's kind of where the crutch of the episode comes on. And then, of course, the Andy shit starts to take over because that kind of feeds into what everyone else was saying. And it kind of snowballs into focusing on Ray being a really self-centered person, which is definitely a character trait of his, and definitely has been not necessarily something the show's focused on, but definitely something that is very obvious if you think about it, considering, I don't know, the name of the show.
Well, I will say that I was mostly focused on her analysis of the Andy situation. I wasn't really talking about his way of talking to her, but I generally agree that
all right, so you know,
nicer with the
you're
wife.
backpedaling because you see that I made a good point.
I don't
think that you're wrong. I
don't think I was peddling at all. I think I said about. I don't think about it. Hey, stick it to her. Stick it to him. That's it. You tell him, Mike. You're a good guy.
I hate this 2v2 mentality. Old Man Billy, go jump in the sauna.
Oh, I
like
go
that
now?
old man.
Yes.
Old Man Billy came in here to agree with Mike and tell Mike that he's a great guy. That's so unusual that someone would just come in off the street and do that.
Well, what are you talking about?
I don't think that's ever happened ever.
He's a good guy. He's never said anything wrong in his life. I love him. He's great.
He's cool.
He's cool. He's awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna go meet Brett in the sauna.
All right, have fun.
Brett.
Say hi for me.
Who the fuck is Brett?
Kavanaugh.
Sandra, please hold any and all other zany and wacky characters in the front, please. I don't think she's. I don't think she's there.
I don't know. She's slithering around somewhere. My opinion, not that Bill cared to hear about it, is that I think you're both right to an extent. I mean, Andy definitely, writing is rewriting, needs to be able to take notes, and, either he needs to accept that people will give him notes and either take them or not. I think it's fine that he ended up not taking Ray's notes if that's, the product he wanted to put forward. But I think it's all reflective. Ray's attitude towards Andy and then the way that he's communicating to Deborah is all reflective of his self-centeredness. He only cares about how it affects him. I have to read Andy's article and give him notes and watch him cry. Not, I see Andy trying to write an article, let me help him. And then just steamrolling over Deborah, talking about what sounds like a traumatic trip to the dentist. The line is that Ray says, it's much harder to watch the person in pain than to be in pain. And then Deborah's response, you said that to me when I was in labor. Like, I think that is the sort of energy that Ray is bringing in this episode.
Which is very
just
funny to me.
complete self-centeredness. It is very funny.
That was a good line. I'm with you on that one.
This was good. This was a good little reflection. I'm going to give, what do you think, Mike? 4 out of 5?
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
I mean, exceeds expectations.
Exceeds expectations for sure. I don't like how he contradicted me, though, so that's docking a point, of course.
Okay, getting a little petty here. Maybe I'll go 4.5 to make up for that.
3.5.
So wait. So is this scale 1 out of 10, 10 being the best mayors in sitcom history and 1 being the worst mayors in sitcom history? Or is this...
So we've got, it is 1 out of 10. We've got obviously 10 being Mr. Mayor, Ted Danson, and then 1 being The Mayor, that sitcom from, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago that I think had 1 season, or it has 5 seasons. Was not paying attention to it, but I can't think of any other sitcom mayors.
There's the one from the Powerpuff Girls.
The mayor of Kingstown too.
Yeah, the one that was clearly had the mistress of the headless woman.
Yeah, I liked her.
So can I just ask? We have seen the taxes of the people of Limbrook skyrocket since you've taken office.
This is my own money, and skyrocket is a strong word. It is doubled, sure, but Limbrook taxes were the lowest in the country before I took office. Now they are
now they're in the top 5.
Lowest.
Top 5 taxes in the country. Forbes just put out their list.
Yeah, number 3 would surprised me.
Yeah,
I was shocked by number 3. Could you believe what number 2 looked like now?
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
I can't.
But that one weird trick that got that one tax into number 1, I'm going to use that. I know doctors don't want me to know about it.
Yeah,
but I'm going to use that.
Yeah,
they hate it. Well, Dr. Palooza, which is counter-programmed with Lollapalooza across the street, I don't know if this is something that we want to necessarily do again, is like double book 2 professional conventions across from each other.
That's a bad idea, yeah.
I mean, they've got Phil, Oz.
House.
They got House.
Good.
Oh, yeah, The Good.
The Good.
Doolittle.
Yeah, they got Doolittle.
Doolittle. They got Murphy and Downey Jr., the 2 Doolittle. They're doing a show... a review called The 2 Doolittles.
Oh, for a second I thought that Downey got a doctorate, and I was a little surprised.
Dr. Downey Jr.?
Dr. Downey Jr., yeah. Anyway, I feel like...
What's next?
Okay, no, that was a good reflection. Let's move on to the next.
Yeah.
So the other thing that figured prominently in this episode was sports. I mean, we saw an establishing shot of Shea Stadium. So that was that Shea Stadium? I should have.
I don't think it was Shea Stadium. The second time, I'm pretty sure was, I don't think it was MetLife, but I think it was the Giants Stadium. I'm not sure if it was before or after they moved to MetLife. I forget when they did that, but yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure that it was football. I don't really think it was, because I would recognize Shea from the outside. It wasn't Shea.
And what does Yankee Stadium look like from the outside? Does it say Yankee Stadium on the side of it? Is it obvious?
It's pretty obvious. It's got white pillars and stuff like that. I don't think it was Yankees either. But let me see. I could be wrong.
So does Greece, Mike. that's not a distinguishing factor.
Well,
That's
I mean,
true.
they made it look like it was...
Town Hall has pillars on the outside of it. You think this was Yankee Stadium?
Town Hall has pillars on top of it. The birds are pissed.
Yeah. And they're shit. Ting on the pillars. I don't know. I'm tired.
I am pretty
is true.
sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I am pretty sure that was Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, that we saw.
Ah, okay. I feel, but haven't they used that interior
They've
for
used the interior for
baseball?
Shea Stadium. Yes, but I'm telling you that the outside, I'm like 85% sure that was Giant Stadium.
I believe it. That's
Yeah.
an interest. So either we are led to believe that every stadium has a room that is laid out exactly like that, or that's a continuity error.
That's interesting.
Or, yeah, that's true.
Or we're misremembering.
Or I
No.
Yeah, I mean, just because Shea Stadium on the outside had such a distinct, had distinct blue, and there wasn't really a lot of blue in that shot, I really don't think it was Shea Stadium.
Okay. I think we discovered a little goof.
Well, that wasn't the only little goof. Should we tell him what we found out about Todd Ergos?
I don't know if you'd call it a goof, but it is an interesting fact. So let's start going through the episode a little bit.
Oh, like the
and
old
we'll
days.
See, I want to see how Alex can do recall wise.
Ooh,
If he
yeah.
remembers any funny jokes, if he has any hot takes. I think this will really, when we turn in this report to the Inspector General, who is also us wearing the same suit, like two heads in the same suit.
Yeah. Two kids in a trench coat style.
Yeah, but horizontal.
Yeah.
And we wear one hat.
We just look really massive. Yeah.
I actually do have a favorite joke in this episode. I don't even know if it's a joke.
Okay.
It's more like just one line that I thought was really funny to me, just because the part that was meant to be funny didn't really get me. The setup to the joke to the line was just so quick and so just it made me do a double take because it really made me confused for a sec. It's just such a funny thing to say. So it was Frank talking to Ray when he was asking if he was self-centered. And Frank says the second half of the line was, but you've always been a pig for attention, which, that got the laugh. But the first part of the line, he just goes, "Look, I love you like a son."
I didn't even notice that. That's funny.
It's such a fucked thing to say to your son. So it's I love you like a son, but you've always been a pig for attention. It's whoa, that's your son.
Yeah, no, that was funny. The I love you like a son, as if. But I feel like that's even a lot for Frank to say, affection.
Yeah, he loves him.
That was a good anecdote, right, Mike? I think he had a really good.
I think so.
I wanted to talk about Marie and Frank in the kitchen. Frank is reading a newspaper or attempting to. I love the conflict between Marie and Frank, where Frank just announces that he's shaving his head today. What prompts that? Is he running his hand on his through his little bit of remaining hair?
No, it's because
he
it's
rubs
hip.
the top of his hair, and I gotta be honest with you, if I ever get to the point where I have the baldness, take it all off, man. I mean, I don't understand holding on to the little U of hair. You know what I mean? That ain't me. That ain't for me.
Fair enough.
It's always been weird to me that I get sort of the horseshoe to an extent, where it's you've still got some on top and the little middle, like the George Costanza. I get that to an extent,
okay.
But
that's okay to me.
When you've got the Frank Barone, that's got to be 2 inches of hair just around the middle of your head. I would take it all off. I just love the phrasing that Frank uses. I'm shaving my head today. It's my house and my head.
It is his head. He's allowed to do that.
Escalating to screaming, Ray coming in, and then Marie storming out. And I thought it was funny, Ray being "You're not going to shave your head, right?" And Frank's "Of course not. I just want to read the paper." And then
I also thought that was a great joke as well.
Okay, good. Agree.
Because it calls back to the setup.
Speaking of Frank's newspaper, should we launch into this now?
Yeah, Alex, you should know, before we go any further, Adam and I went way too deep going in on the newspapers of this episode specifically. Like a solid...
Oh, I doubt it was that bad. How bad could it be? How deep could you have possibly gone?
Like a solid 40 minutes of deep diving. All right.
We hired a private investigator to go real deep and, take long distance photographs of people, delivering the newspaper, following people, background checks, come on in. Come in, please.
Hello?
I'm Private John Investigator.
Private John Investigator.
I'm the guy you hired
to
talk about the newspapers. I overheard that you were talking about the newspapers, and I just decided now's a good time to show up. Is this a good time, or should I dip?
Private John, yes, great to see you. By the way, your 1950s military uniform, I think it might be stolen valor, but it does look great.
Nah, nobody's alive to claim it, so it's fine.
Private J Investigator.
You could just call me by my last name. That's what I went by in the academy.
Investigator?
Private Investigator, yeah.
Your first, I thought it was your rank.
Yeah, it is my
private.
It is
first
my
class.
It's like how you say like Dr. So and so. You refer to me as Private.
Right.
Investigator.
The good. Yeah. I kind of expected you to come in now, seeing as you bugged this room and everything, and we do record.
Yeah, I don't know what you have an idea, but this meeting is private, Investigator.
I'm aware of that. You don't tell me what is private.
Whoa.
You don't tell me what is private.
Yeah, this guy's, if nothing else, this guy's an expert on privacy.
Is he?
Well, yeah. So we hired Private John Investigator to really deep dive into this stuff. Find out what's the story with this newspaper. Frank is reading this newspaper that says on the back, it's a news day. It says that the only word I can make out in the headline is tottering, TODD-ERRING.
Yeah.
Like tottering, but tottering.
Okay.
Oh, do go on.
So, here's the thing. We did a deep dive into this newspaper. We screenshotted, we zoomed in. We were not able to determine the date of the paper, but we could tell that it was
his enhance was broken. Zoom worked, but his enhance was broken.
There's like a million AI upscalers online.
They took it all from me. They took it all just to make the new CSI better. But they raided my house specifically.
What a lot of people don't know is that the crew of CSI is a crime scene investigative unit.
Yeah.
So Ted Danson obviously showed up. Sinise showed up to your place. It was huge. Like there were helicopters filming everything. It was like when they busted Jared.
You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me about the time they busted Jared. I lived that night I relive that every night.
You busted Jared?
I was the private that busted Jared.
Oh, because you took home the pants.
That is your...
There's all those shots of you
that is...
walking out of Jared's house.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I will say the reason I looked up Private Investigator over here is because I saw that online, and I went to his house, and I saw the pants framed in his doorway. That was what sold me.
Yeah, we all saw the helicopter footage of a guy in a Korean War Army uniform carrying Jared's pants out of his house.
So you got like an expert.
Yeah, we used a lot of taxpayer money to get him. He's the best.
Okay, well, in that case, you got to lay off me for using taxpayer money because you're using this guy for bullshit.
You signed off on this. It was in a stack
I don't
of other
read those
papers that we asked you to sign.
To be fair, your name was on my paychecks.
Yeah, we did. It came directly out of your chase.
So we weren't able to tell the date. However, we were able to see that the headline was Todd Erring, and we saw that there was a uniform of a Yankees player on the back. Again, given away by the black and white stripes. So, we knew this had to be filmed in 1998. So the only Yankees player that with the first name of Todd that played anywhere in the Yankees in 1998 was a man by the name of Todd Erdos. and he was terrible. He was a terrible player. But he only played, however, one of the things that was very useful is he only played 2 games that year because he, sucked. But he played a lot of other sports. He played for the Yankees the following year, played for the Padres. He had a career. However,
a lot of other sports, 2 baseball teams.
2 other baseball teams. Yeah, come on, what are we talking? Todd, if you're listening to this, please come on the podcast.
It's okay. You don't have to.
I think we can find a way to get in touch with
We
you.
would really like it. But anyway, so because of that, but both of those games were played in a series against the Boston Red Sox in May of 1998. So one was on May 29th, which he actually did pretty good. He pitched 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs. He did all right. Nobody cares about that. The second inning he pitched was on May 31st, and he gave up a lot of runs. So I'm thinking that this newspaper was covering the game on May 31st. However, he was not the man in the picture, because according to baseballreference.com, he only ever wore the numbers 54 and 50, and the person in the picture was wearing the number 9. So that was not...
Oh, cool. So the private investigator knows how to use Google.
Shut up!
No, I'm just like, you pay this guy an arm and a leg, and he just he takes out his phone. And
Alex,
no one's given me an arm or a leg since Korea.
This guy, he went to Jared's. So obviously we're going to shell out a ton of money for him. This guy busted Jared. You saw the video.
I did see the video. It was a cool
helicopter footage of a Korean War Army officer carrying Jared's pants.
We all saw the video. Everybody's seen the video. It is the most viewed video on YouTube history.
Guinness.
I don't know if that's true.
No, that's it. That's it.
It is both the most viewed and the most disliked video in YouTube history.
That is true.
That I would believe.
I went and I hiked Mount Everest, and while I was in Nepal, there were people pointing at me, and they said, "That's the guy that busted Jared."
People moved aside on Everest to let you through.
Please, after you, sir.
Carefully, he's a hero. That line in Spider-Man was inspired by me.
The line in Spider-Man where they talk about Jared? Okay, baseballreference.com. He played at 50 and 54. Yeah. Private investigator knows how to use Google.
I do.
Alex, he went to Jared's.
I went to Jared's.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. The data, that is.
Anyway, so we know that was probably the morning of June 1st, 1998 that they got that. Either that or the crew of Everybody Loves Raymond just picked a random news day out of nowhere. That's also possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility. But that I think that it was filmed on June 1st. That's
true,
what I think.
But either, however the crew got the newspaper, in the reality of the show, Frank is reading what we have to assume, based on the information we have, is June 1st, 1998's news day.
Correct.
So, Alex? Pretty impressive, right?
You impressed yet?
Sorry, I wasn't looking. Who was talking? Was that you, Mike, or was that the private investigator?
I'm in awe of private investigator's presence ever since he entered into this room. So it wasn't me. I'm not sure who it was, but it wasn't me.
Okay, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna make my own performance review of you guys.
We're not done yet. We're not done.
Give me
yet.
one of those pads.
We need to talk.
And I'm writing down stuff, and you can't see it. I'm gonna mumble to myself, all confusing
we
like
can't.
you.
Statutorily, you cannot do a simultaneous performance review. I'm gonna have to give you a 0 out of 5 for this one.
He also he's just drawing a lot of frowny faces and think that's a penis.
Yeah, frowny face and penis is not part of the internationally recognized performance review scale that we are working with.
Unfortunately, so.
So wait, you're doing out of 10, but then also out of 5 stars?
It's out of 5
parts?
and then multiplied by 2 arbitrarily so that we can get a percentage.
Proceed.
Okay, 1 out of 5 for understanding.
So anyway, we figured out that this date started on June 1st, 1998. Now we move forward to the Folk Split newspaper at the end of the episode. And actually, Adam, you were the one that really blew this case wide open. So why don't you go nuts on this description?
Yeah, so after we had discovered that the first newspaper at the start of the episode was from June 1st, 1998, I booked myself into a $10 a night single room occupancy hotel that had a neon sign blinking directly outside of the window. And I put up my board, I went to Staples, big red string purchase, thumbtacks, and I just went crazy on the hot close of this episode. I know we're jumping around in terms of recapping, but it'll all come together in editing. The newspaper that Frank is reading at the very end of the episode has a picture of who I at first thought was O.J. Simpson, but is just a guy at the New York Stock Exchange. And it says, surprise, Fed rate cut, stocks soar. So while they are talking about the fork split in the English muffin, I am sweating, I am smoking, I'm having the DTs as I'm trying to figure out when did the Fed rate cut happen and when did stocks soar. So conceivably, based on the fact that we think this is 1998, we know, in fact, that it's 1998 because June 1st, 1998 started the episode, the Federal Reserve cut interest rates 3 times in 1998, September 29th, October 15th, and then again in like late November. But I realized because Frank is reading a newspaper from the baseball season, it's probably not the November rate hike, so it must be October or September. Those are overlapping dates with the Major League Baseball season. The Fed was cutting rates, interestingly enough, in response to a global currency crisis where Asian currencies, and starting in Thailand and then sweeping across the rest of Asia and Latin America, I guess I don't know anything about it other than there was a crisis. I have to assume they were losing value or gaining value or something. But global currency crisis.
That's not what I'm here. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for international relations.
No, and you've made that very clear based on your experience in Korea.
I don't know nothing about the outside world. I know the people I'm investigating, and that's it. When I arrested Jared, I didn't even know what Subway was. Okay, that's a different story, but I wasn't.
So you must have, when you found those pants, you must have been like, what the fuck are these?
I was like, I thought it was a murderer at first. I didn't know.
You thought he murdered somebody substantially larger than him.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then I know, because, from the footage, he had all those posters of his Subway campaigns where he was wearing the pants and holding them out. You thought he was he was a sick freak. You thought he was a different kind of sick freak.
I thought he was a bastard
who killed people and wore their clothes.
Yeah, that's correct.
And to be clear, Jared was a sick freak and still is. But he had nothing to do with the 1998 Asian currency crisis, prompted the Fed to cut interest rates. The reason that I think it's not September, though, so we have the September 29th and October 15th interest rate cuts. The reason I think it's not September is because stocks did not soar after that one, according to the New York Times, on that day, September 30th, 1998. They said that the September cuts had little impact on the market. In fact, the other date, October 16th, I found 2 different headlines that are almost word for word the same as this. CNN, October 16th, 1998, had a headline that literally said, "Stocks soar as Fed eases interest rates," and the Wall Street Journal literally used the word surprise in their headline, meaning this definitely took place on the morning of October 16th, 1998. Because I've seen from various sources it takes about 1 week to film and 1 week to edit a multicam sitcom like Everybody Loves Raymond. They could have filmed this on October 16th, 1998 and released it by the November 9th, 1998 release date of this episode. So
we make a good team there.
Yeah, so I figured that out, immediately collapsed and had to be taken to the hospital. But we solved the case and found out that this episode, which seems to cover a very isolated incident in Ray's life, took place over the course of 4.5 months.
It sure did.
It sure did.
You know who else was surprised? Not only the stock market, but you know who else was surprised?
Jared.
Jared was.
See, he does do this,
anyway.
Alex. He brings up, at first I was impressed, but now it's sort of like, okay, we get it.
I'm kind of already getting sick of it. It seems like this is all he talks about.
Well, wouldn't you?
Hey,
Well, that's fair.
Show some respect. Also, I hope you guys don't mind. I have been smoking a cigar since I walked in here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't really see anything anymore. Do you want to go to the sauna? It actually might be a very similar atmosphere.
And to call it a cigar when really it is just a very small Subway sandwich is...
He still set it on fire.
He did.
Don't get it twisted.
It is still ablaze. It's still toasted. Ablaze. All right, I'm going to go check out the sauna, and I'll see if they know who Jared is.
I'm certain they do. Wow.
Yeah, they definitely would.
Mike, are you feeling okay today? You seem a little reserved.
There's been a lot of celebrities have walked through these.
Yep, guy who works.
There have been zero celebrities.
There was that guy who's the number one subject of the most viewed YouTube video in history, and then there was Old Man Billy. I don't know
who works at Staples.
And don't forget Sotomayor is somewhere like across the street or something.
She's on. I did get a text that she's on site. She's driving up Catalpa right now.
Exciting. That's pretty exciting.
I did, by the way, look at Catalpa on the map. It's very funny.
It's hilariously small.
Street it is. Catalpa. Yeah, she's driving up Catalpa right now. So she should be here in, I don't know, an hour and a half. So that was, I mean, Alex, I guess the question is, now that you've heard all of our research, all of our findings, are you impressed?
Yes.
Okay, good. 5 out of 5 on that, Mike. 5 out of 5. Exceptional.
5 out of 5. I agree.
Okay.
I do agree.
And I'm going to put a little star next to it for like a bonus.
You guys have changed since I got into office, man.
We are upholding our oath to serve, protect, and review.
That was my oath, and I haven't even been following it.
Well, yours is serve, protect, and review, REVUE. So that's why you've been planning that show.
Of course, yes.
Which is fine.
That show.
That, you know, a bunch of performances of different songs. And it's going to be great. And people, when you do that at Lollapalooza and, you know, to like cap off the event.
Yes.
People are going to...
That's the event with all the lollipops, right?
Lawyers, but yes, we're also handing out LAWLLIPOPS at Lollapalooza. When you do your review to finish off the night, I do think, look, I'm not going to show our hand here, but that might be a big boost in your performance review.
I don't know if you understand the true definition of performance review.
I think that is exactly the definition of a performance and a review.
I do have a question for you guys. Have you guys ever experienced something similar to what Ray experienced in this episode, where someone that like started after you achieved your dream before you did? I genuinely, like, don't get me wrong, he's self-centered, he should be celebrating his friend, but I also did kind of feel bad for him in the moment of just like, you know, this is Andy's first article. Presumably Ray has written many, many articles in his time, and Andy's the one that got noticed. I did feel for him in this.
I think, yeah, let's go back to that first scene at what you presume is...
Oh, the first scene.
Not the, you know, like the first proper scene where Andy is trying to get Ray to look at his article at MetLife Stadium in Rutherford, New Jersey, or East Rutherford, New Jersey. Sorry, West Rutherford, New Jersey. Back in that first scene where Andy is like, he's childishly excited about it. Like the power, the way that the status sort of shifts from the start of the episode to the middle of the episode to the end of the episode, where Andy is like really looking up to Ray. And then in the middle, he finds out that the article is going to get published. He's high status, you know, he's feeling great about himself. He didn't take Ray's advice. To the end, when it turns out that Ray was right and the article needed to be rewritten and they were going to do it anyway. That sort of evolution over the course of 4.5 months was interesting to watch. I mean, Andy is sort of, he's a stat guy, which I couldn't remember if we knew that already, but he apparently keeps track of the stats.
I feel like we mentioned that, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, the stats are
passing.
Stats are huge too. Like that's not a small job. Yeah. It's a huge part of any sports is analyzing all that crap.
Well, they use Google for that now, apparently.
Yeah, well, someone's got to put it on Google in the first place.
Yeah,
and that
Mr.
apparently
Google.
is Andy.
I was gonna say
Andy Google
I think
himself.
Ray, especially in the beginning of this episode, you can almost see it on his face. He doesn't obviously he doesn't like he's innately not interested in helping Andy because of like he knows this guy. But also I got the vibe that he was kind of like into having like being like that role of mentor, like
definitely
having someone look up to him, and then like getting like that taken away, plus getting like what felt like to him like a lower status than this new up and comer, like you were saying, Mike, and that kind of feeling. It must have been hard. And the way you asked that, Mike, makes me think that you've probably experienced that multiple times, in which you introduce something to someone and then they turn out to be way better at it than you.
Yeah, are you thinking of like a specific instance, like you dreamed of running for mayor or something like that?
Putting together years and years of campaign notes and ways to put together something that had a chance of changing the way that this town was run.
Oh yeah, you were gonna run for mayor.
Yeah,
that's look at. I remember he said he was interested.
Well, I know that before we even started this podcast, you were always talking about like I have a passion for local government. I love ordinances, and
I did list Special Ordinance 3897 subsection B12 as the reason that was the loophole that allowed us to live broadcast this podcast and eventually live simulcast every episode of Everybody Loves Raymond to everybody in the town at once. That was the subsection that did subvert the First Amendment right to turn something off, but that's a different conversation entirely.
Yeah,
but it worked.
I mean, it has been helpful to us, but I was just, when we were all going to school together, you ran for class president, right?
And you lost.
Was class president
to me.
We got back to the halls of the Limbrook High School.
Hey, guys, vote for me, and I promise you I'll do everything I can to get an extended lunch periods. 20 minutes is just not enough to eat.
Oh, wow. Mike, if you were mayor, you would be so cool. And, well, I mean, if you'd even want me, you could take me to prom.
Aw, Nancy, that's so sweet. I'm too worried about making this school a better place. We'll worry about mayor next year.
Wait, what, Mike? What would you say? You're not taking Nancy to prom? You want to go with me, Nancy?
Well, I mean, I kind of wanted to go.
Because I just won the vote for class president like 20 seconds ago.
Wait, what are you talking about? The vote's next week.
I'm just that good, Mike. Shall we, Nancy?
Hold on, let me get my promposal stuff together. Alex, will you take me to prom? Doves.
Of course.
Doves.
The marching band behind.
Doves marching band.
This is how it actually was for me in high school. Don't fact check it. Yay.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Brutus.
Me and the guys from the football team want to talk to you in the bathroom.
We're going to beat you up.
So,
yeah,
Mike, Alex has kind of been, he's been an okay mayor. Class president. He's been an okay class president, but he's been talking about like making us wear helmets and like restricting football practice to the football field and not the like halls of the high school. To quote my favorite, it's 2003, so quoting my favorite guy, John Mayer. Lost my train of thought.
He's the mayor.
So we were kind of thinking maybe taking him out. Like,
well, you guys are
like killing him.
Wait, hold on. I mean, listen, I'm okay with like an impeachment. We can go to Principal Johnson and like talk about that. But I'm not a. I can't.
Come on.
I can't murder.
Mike,
you want to assassinate?
Lighten up, et me, Brute.
Yeah, Brutus. Listen.
This is my thing.
I know that the only good grade you've gotten at all during high school was on your Julius Caesar project.
I went big.
Where you just wrote "et me" and the teacher gave you an A+ because she was laughing so hard. But I just
thanks for letting me stab you for that. By the way, that helped a lot.
Oh yeah,
that
no
was
problem.
The difference between an A and an A+.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because honestly, Mrs. Delgado is not a fan of yours.
Yeah, she made that clear when I submitted my 40-page summary on how Julius Caesar is actually a representation for the way that John Boehner is running his Congress. It's
John Boehner, who is a freshman
Speaker of the House.
Congressman, maybe at this point. John Boehner, the chair of the House Education Committee?
Yeah, that guy. I wrote that whole essay about it. Fuck, I really thought that he was in. He was earlier than that.
8 years off.
I really thought it was earlier than that. Oh, damn it. All right. Yeah. No, I meant Gingrich's house. How Gingrich is running it.
Well, yeah, that was why she gave you such a bad grade. You called him Newt Gingrich the whole paper.
Well, he deserved it. He's a dingus. I'm sorry to get political on you, Brutus, but it sucks.
We're in high school.
Are you in or what? I'm going to throw a football at the back of Alex's head and kill him. Are you in?
I'm not in. I didn't tell you that he leaves AP Art at 4:15 p.m. and makes a headway right to the band room, and no one follows that path but him. I did not tell you that. Understood?
Oh, I understood. After all, looks around at everyone in the room, make sure they're all looking and listening. At me, Brute.
Excellent.
Come on, guys. Diminishing returns on that, I guess. It's been like 8 months, so makes sense. Okay, thanks, Mike. What day is it again? The Hikes of March football. We see a montage set to, I don't know, Chariots of Fire or something, of Alex coming out of AP Art. Brutus and the football team are at the other end of the hallway watching. Mike,
it's shot in grainy footage,
like the Zapruder film,
like the JFK.
Young Zapruder is there because we went to high school with Zapruder, and he's filming it on his Motorola Razr. Mike is sort of walking in between. He's going from cooking class to eating class, walking in between the hallway, and he looks back and forth between Alex and the football guys, looks back and forth as he sees the football guys do make like an offensive line, and Brutus, of course, is the quarterback. He gets behind, and it's, silent because this is the Zapruder film, but we can see him. He's mouthing hike, and he's going back, and he throws it, and just at that moment, Mike has a change of heart, and he leaps into the air.
No.
And he misses.
The ball sails through Mike's hands.
Mike tries to leap straight up as if to, intercept it in midair, but instead he does, a field goal. It's good, and it goes right through his arms.
And it hits me in the head. Oh, yeah, I guess I did die once before this show starts, so 3 in total.
Yeah, but that one was only for 15 minutes medically, and it worked out. You got to go to prom with Nancy.
For the next, yeah, you know what? Nancy and Reagan and...
and Mondale and...
Nixon.
And Nixon, yep.
Yeah, she was beautiful.
Nancy.
She did not know how to cook.
Yeah, because Mike was in cooking class with her.
She failed out of baking class.
She failed cooking class. Yeah.
Yeah.
She would repeatedly say, "I am not a cook."
Yeah.
I am not a cook.
And the teacher, God bless her, is like a stand and deliver kind of thing. She believed in Nixon despite this, but no, she was not a cook.
Yeah, but I do remember that day actually. Then you had Franklin, the guy that was obsessed with the incident, and he put together the documentary that was aired all around the school called The Magic Football, about the second football that I actually should have blocked. And someone throwing from the grassy notebook. Actually,
Good.
there was a notebook in a locker.
It was a real tactile, sensory notebook that had some grass on it.
Yeah.
Someone stood in front of it. Second passer.
Second passer.
I gotta say, sometimes I miss high school, but then I really think about it, and it's like, well, there were actually more politics back then than there are today.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm glad to have left it.
Limerick High is crazy. I'm glad that we are like really cracking down on the football-based violence in that school. So I am actually going to give Alex like 5 out of 5 for that. I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, I do relate to Ray's. I do relate to Ray's jealousy of Andy towards the middle part of this episode when Sports Illustrated just blindly accepts what probably genuinely was a very crappy article. Not knocking Andy, but the first time you do anything, it's
a first draft.
Good. Yeah, and especially later on, finding out that literally the first draft got accepted. That's just, I wonder. That's got to bite.
I don't know anything about publishing articles, but do they often take like really rough drafts of things and are like, we're going to work with you and make this something that we can publish?
For the sake of a story, absolutely.
Okay.
I wonder. I think that like it's possible that Andy had a very unique idea and they read it and said, this is terribly fucking written, but hey, this is actually a good idea for an article. And then we just got to pay him and give him
buy
some
it so that they
it.
could use use it, and then they just have one of their editors fix it up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I would imagine is the practicality of what happened, but who the fuck knows? We're not actually like sports writers, so I don't know how Sports Illustrated does any of this stuff.
I liked Ray's, like, going back to talking about like Ray having that, like, relishing that mentor role and like, oh, you're coming to me to learn how to do this. I liked his sort of metaphor that he introduces here. So he's talking about how rewriting is what separates the men from the boys in this business of, revising, taking feedback, writing and rewriting, and then sort of says to Andy as if he is doing this, I'm giving you the key to the mint here, which is such a specific, I love this line, and it gets called back a bunch in this episode.
In the moment, it doesn't seem like too high and mighty of Ray to say, where it's like, this is like the core element of writing, and I think it's something that's crucial to anyone who wants to succeed in this business. But of course, then it kind of gets fallen out of context, and like the way Ray described it to Deborah definitely made it sound more like he has the key to
he's
to
the
Andy's
only
success.
one with the key.
Yes, that's definitely what it probably felt like second way through, which is just it's so funny.
I wonder if, just to like clarify in case anybody doesn't know, maybe this is over like clarifying, the mint meaning like the U.S. mint where they make the money.
Yeah, not mint chocolate chip.
Not that like the key to the Sucrets drawer.
I thought it was mint chocolate chip.
I made that mistake. I made that mistake too. It sounded really tasty, and in fact, it is not.
Well, I think the key to the mint is xylitol, which is the artificial sweetener that's in a lot of mints. Just a little mint humor from the boys. He laughed at my mint joke, Mike. I'm going to give him some points for that.
You're too easy on points, Adam.
I don't know. But Andy's reaction to the feedback is interesting. His visceral, like, physical reaction. Ray says later that he was crying and shuddering, which is sort of like me when I read a 3-star review of our podcast. Mike, you've seen me.
Yeah.
Picked me up off the floor many times.
you go a little, you get a little emotional.
Yeah. I mean, it's just hard for people to say that, why does this system only let me give 3 stars? I want to give more. I want to give, this is my favorite podcast. Like, I feel really bad for these people.
It's heartbreaking.
And it's just heartbreaking. Why can I not actually give you money through the review system? And I mean, I just want to say to all those people, and like, if we can put the Sarah McLachlan tape in now, Mike.
We hear you.
Yeah, put it in.
We hear you. We see you. And you can go to postfund.org/donate and give us money and get lifetime access to the Baronis Sonus, but also give us money. And that will help Mike stay in clean clothes because he cannot currently afford to do laundry. And he is sopping from the spaghetti incident. He's been walking around coated in marinara for weeks.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I did notice that I just have snacks like all the time, so I could just like lick just go over, lick my shoulder. Like, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not
referring to marinara sauce that's on you as snacks does seem generous, but I mean,
it's calories.
It's calories.
Yeah.
That's the only requirement for snacks, is that it's calories.
When you consume them, you gain some calories. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I was a little heartbroken about Andy, the way he's reacting to this feedback, and the sort of like I don't know, almost callous way that Ray is talking about it to Deborah in the next scene of, you know, it's so inconvenient for me to see Andy feel this way. I mean, Andy probably was reacting a little strongly, but still, you know, have some compassion, moderate your approach, say, you know what, Andy, I can see this is getting to you. Just, you know, I'm going to leave you alone and you can review the feedback if you want to or not. Just, this is you know, I want to give you some time to recover.
For some reason, that feels harsher. A guy just cries down and you just lay on the table. Here's everything you did wrong. I'm going to bounce.
It's also
a little bit cooler than that.
This is, like, first choice, obviously, comfort him. But I don't see Ray doing that.
No.
So this is, I think, a nicer choice than just being like, oh, shut up already, you know?
That's up already.
But yeah, like Ray says, he finds it harder to watch the person in pain than to be in pain. Other thing about that scene is I want to...
It's probably because he's always in pain. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. Well, his pain is psychic, you know? Yeah. It's internal.
He'd rather just, like, pain. Not watch someone in pain because he's always in pain. So it's like, it's only worse.
His life is hell.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, I really felt for this scene, and then we see it throughout a couple other times, like just steamrolling Deborah as she's trying to talk about taking the kids to the dentist. Mm-hmm. This, I mean, sort of sets the tone for Ray in this episode of he only cares about himself. He doesn't even care about Dr. Gibbons and the choo-choo train, which sounds like a children's book that you would read at the dentist. But he's just like a full-blown narcissist in this episode. It's not pleasant. I feel like he doesn't even really learn anything, right?
No, that's what I was going to say. This episode just ends. Like,
yeah.
When it ended, I was like, wait, don't we have like another 10 minutes? Like, what's happening?
That happens a lot with Everybody Loves Raymond.
But not to this extent. This was insane. Like, it really did feel like this was half an episode. Like, I straight up did, I was waiting for, like, that, like, impactful, like, last, like, third of the episode where it was, like, a heart-to-heart talk with Ray and another character, and there was, like, this whole, like, come around and, like, Ray promising that he's going to be a little more attentive of others. Nope. It just ended. And that's insane. Yeah. I was very surprised by that.
The lesson seems to be, don't worry, Ray, you're right. Andy's article did suck, so good for you, Ray. Like, he didn't really... I mean, he had people tell him what was wrong with him, but I don't think he internalized it at all. True. Like, the scene of Frank, you know, saying, I love you like a son, but you're self-centered. He didn't really seem to take that with him. And in the scene before that, which was a good scene of him coming home, kids are having peanut butter and jelly, just to point this funny line out. Kids are having peanut butter and jelly. He and Deborah are having fish, and Ray says, I want peanut butter and jelly, and Deborah says, well, you're having scrod, which is a really funny, specific fish to pull.
True. It's got like a very funny sound too. Mm-hmm. Scrod.
It's got this K sound in it.
Yep.
I liked the line also in that scene. Ray, how did he get into the Mint without your key? Or getting into Sports Illustrated, and Ray's response, he knows the janitor. That's funny.
It's yeah.
It's like condescending as hell, but it's funny.
It was funny. It was very witty.
He's so petty in this episode, though. Mike, I wanted to ask you, what is in Sports Illustrated? I've never read Sports Illustrated. Here's what I'm aware of, is that they do a swimsuit issue. And the name of the magazine is Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, that's all I know about Sports Illustrated, too.
It deeply frustrates me that Sports Illustrated does the swimsuit issue, because it's like, I mean, hey, it's just like, listen, I'm not saying, you can power to whatever you want to put women in bikinis on magazines. Freedom of speech, but
power
it's also,
to the men who put women on the cover of
magazines.
Well,
I was more saying that came out wrong. I meant it as like, if you as a woman want to wear a bathing suit and go on like big publishing things like that. That's what I meant. It's not how it came out. I recognize that, but that's what my intention was.
If you want to objectify
goddamn women
that's
getting away in my sports.
Yeah, but it's like, it's genuinely like a lot of the it's gotten better now. But back in the day, like when we were growing up, like there were a lot of incredible female athletes. For one, like Serena Williams comes to mind as like one of the greatest and most dominant sports players ever, like tennis or otherwise, just absolutely dominated. But like you think about, but a part of the reason that a lot of people laugh at the WNBA and laugh at women athletes is because you bring up a woman athlete, the first thing people think about is the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. And that's a big issue. There is also, to be fair, a Sports Illustrated The Body issue where they just choose a random male athlete and just have him pose nude, which is also an interesting choice. But, that's weird. But
where can I find this? For research,
you literally look up.
Does that
the body
one
issue.
come in like wrapped in plastic? The body issue.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. It's typically like it's nudes, but it's typically like they fade out, like they darken the.
They fade out.
Yeah, like that. Where it's like the shading is like they block the.
It's
the
artfully
ugly
shaded so that you can block the what?
The ugly nasties, But for the most part, generally speaking, Sports Illustrated is not perverted. Generally speaking, I would say like 10 months out of the year, I think it's actually bi-weekly now, so maybe like 22 out of 24 issues out of the year, it's just generally like analysis about worldwide / national sports. They interview, it's a place where like Newsday only ever publishes typically about the Mets, the Yankees, the Jets, the Giants, occasionally the Buffalo Bills, stuff like that. But Sports Illustrated is like, hey, here's what this player on the Utah Jazz is doing, and he's pretty cool. Here's someone that you should be aware of that was drafted by the Colts last year. So it's a much more national thing, talking about larger trends in sports.
Where's this article about Larry Mullins Jr. Playing the U2 Jazz?
Utah.
Okay,
Utah
sorry.
Jazz.
Didn't want to let that go by.
Utah Jazz.
I was thinking that too, but I don't want to say it.
Okay, so it's more like it's not. Is it opinions or just like analysis? Like this trend that's happening. Okay,
it's definitely both. Like, I mean, there are huge analysis parts of things, but I mean, it's sports. Sports are there for people to just yell at each other about nonsense. It's fun, but like that's what sports is. It's
yell at people about
thing.
Nonsense and jerk off.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a good, like, I mean, I read Sports Illustrated, the website now, but I read it regularly to keep up on my sports. But yeah.
This is probably a stupid question, but is it called Sports Illustrated because originally they had like
pictures,
pen and ink drawings of sports events? Or
I'm gonna completely level with you. I am not sure how the name got started, but I am willing to put money on it that they were not drawing these players like they were sketches. In a courtroom sketch. Yeah, exactly. I don't think there was a courtroom sketch of a no-hitter. I think that
that would be awesome, though.
It would be pretty cool. I think,
and everyone's wearing suits, and there's a judge. That would be awesome.
The judge is the one pitching. I will
not
say
batting. They have the little bat. That'd be funny if the defendant was pitching to the judge, and they hit it with their little gavel. Well, we should honestly, Lollapalooza, go down the street.
Let's go hit him up. I think that the idea of Sports Illustrated is just like, it's just magazines have illustrated at the end of them. I think that's the thing. I think that's kind of it.
Okay.
but I'm not willing to die on that hill. So
sorry to put you on the spot about Sports Illustrated's name, but thank you for the information about the publication itself.
Yeah.
Wanted to call out first of all, the scene of Ray taking the Sports Illustrated, immediately throwing in the garbage and saying, I don't like it anymore, is probably the pettiest thing I've seen Ray do on this show. Mm-hmm. Just because something good happened to his friend, so now he is not going to read the magazine. Like, what the fuck, Ray?
That's just Ray being kind of a dick.
Yeah. And then his rant, I'm self-centered, me. I liked the writing of that. Like, I'm self-centered, and then Ray says me 3 times.
Me.
Very funny. And then I love Allie trying to get his attention, and he finally turns around and looks at her.
I hear her. Yes, sweetie.
I have 1,000 pennies.
That's such a kid thing to say. Like, nothing to do with anything. Kid just wants to share what's on her mind and, like, the cool things she has. Like, that's the most kid line ever.
Yeah. I love that.
Like, I would almost believe they just told her to just, like, say something cool that happened in your life. Like, they didn't even give her a line.
That's so funny. Or it happened to one of the writers. Their kid
right. Like, it's such a realistic kid thing.
I have 1,000 pennies, which is
$10.
Yep, I should know that. But
you should know that, Adam.
How often do I find myself with more than
take
2
away
pennies?
2 zeros?
Got it. Will apply that to my life moving forward, but could not think of it in this moment. Let's talk about the English muffin. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a text. Oh my God. They need us down at the convention center right now. Sotomayor is in the building.
Get it, move it, everybody, go,
Alex, thank you for participating in the performance review. We will get back to you with your results, but let's just say, for now, it's been a pleasure.
Sure, no problem. I guess I'll just go back to doing mayor shit.
No, you don't. You want to come to Lollapalooza with us?
Oh, I gotta come.
No, you don't have to.
Fine.
Okay. Move it.
Okay, we gotta go though. All right.
Hang on. I gotta remind myself to do all my thing later. All right.
Okay, well, just tell Sandra. She's
still not here.
Where is she?
I don't know, but she left her sandal.
Her one sandal, of course. All right. Well, I guess. I mean, I really liked her. I wanted to keep her around, but I mean, this just is not. She can't just leave in the middle of the day. All right, let's go. Everyone down to the garage. We're going to get in the van and we're going to go down to Lollapalooza. Cut to like the basement of the convention center. Security's waiting around to welcome. So, she's coming. Get ready. Okay.
Yeah, don't mess this up for me.
Please don't mess this up. I'm trying to get to be honest, Tyler, I have a case pending. Before the Supreme Court.
Dude, you shouldn't be here.
So I need this to go well.
You shouldn't be here.
No, I need this to go well. Look, I think if I can just, show her I'm a good guy, like maybe she'll talk to the other 8 and, kind of swing things my way.
Is that how it works?
I think it's mostly about who you know.
Okay.
And I think if she got to know me, she'd see, like, I should not be put to death.
Oh, you're a great guy.
Yeah.
Doug, I mean, You were over my house last Christmas. My daughter loves you. Let's see, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, you're still good to babysit for us on Saturday, right?
Yeah, I'm part of that work release program from Death Row where they let you babysit and also work security. Yeah, those two. Look, if you ever need any of those 2 things, I am here for you, brother.
You're the best, Doug.
Oh, she's coming. Your Honor, come here. Let me get the door for you. Your Honor, welcome to Limbrook.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
I'm Tyler. I'm going to be your body man today.
No, I'm Tyler. You're Doug.
Oh shit.
I'm Doug. Tyler. Who's Tyler?
I'm Tyler. He's Doug.
I'm Doug. I'm going to be your body man today, and Tyler's going to be my body man. And we will be protecting you. Thank you so much for coming. Just want to pass on from the organizers.
We love you, Sonia.
Okay.
So let's do a Sorkin-esque walk and talk through the bowels of the convention center here. So right now, Beyond a Reasonable Doubt is playing a cover. They're a no doubt cover band made up entirely of lawyers. is playing right now, and then they're going to introduce you. Are you okay, Tyler?
Tyler?
Sorry, I just haven't heard Beyond a Doubt in year, and it's flawless. They're playing "I'm Just a Girl" right now as we're walking up, so it works. That's no doubt,
Yeah,
right?
that's what they're gonna do. So what they're gonna do? Yes, they're
Okay.
playing Spiderwebs right now, and then they're gonna start playing "I'm Just a Girl." It's funny because you're a woman.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's sort of what they're going for. Is that you're a woman judge?
The motto of this year's Lollapalooza is indeed girl power, so it kind of fits.
Yeah, so that all-male, no doubt, cover band is playing right now, and of course we've got Brett Kavanaugh on the side stage. So girl power. Yeah, so they're gonna go into "I'm Just a Girl," and then you're gonna come out, and forgive me for this, I'm not aware of what you're actually going to do here. I mean, we've got 10,000 people out there. It's gonna be, the energy's gonna be so great. Do you need any like tech, or we can set up some pyro, or what do you require? We're at your service.
Well, I need a jar of mayonnaise,
Oh,
6 bowling balls,
bowling.
and a man by the name of Mike G.
I'm on
okay,
it.
well,
On it.
Tyler, you get Mike G and interact with him, and I'm going to go down to the pantry. I know we have mayonnaise down there, and I might have to go over to the mayor's bowling alley that is in the town hall. I'll just take you to the green room. You can settle in. We did get your request we got your request to mix M&Ms and Skittles together and only have the green ones in there. So there's some variety, but it's not the kind that you expect. So we'll leave you in there. I will lock the door behind me, but you can, of course, unlock it from the inside. I'm not locking you in there. I'm just saying no one will be able to get in. I'm just saying, sorry, we went through a training, and I'm just trying to be respectful.
Sonia thanks you.
I got G. Oh my gosh, dude, what the? Oh, so Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I was walking with my friends, and this large man grabbed me and brought me here. I didn't mean.
Hold on,
to
let me
interrupt.
wand him. What is this in your midsection?
That's my belt.
It's very high up. It's like at your solar plexus.
I wear very high-waisted pants, but I put my shirt over it so you can't tell.
He's perfect.
Take everything out of your pockets, please.
Hold on, I gotta lift up my shirts to get it to my pocket.
Yeah, we've got a gymnastics thing right there. You can lift yourself up on.
Yep. Oh, there you go.
Oh, sticks the landing. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. One key. That's
Yeah.
an unusual thing for a man to only have one key.
Listen, so
Wait. Is
got-
this the key to the mint?
Yeah, it's to the mint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's to the mint.
That's where I know you from. I used to
Yeah.
work security at the mint before I killed somebody.
Oh, Doug!
Yep, that's me.
Hey, how you doing, buddy? It's been a while. It's been a while since you put Jerry in the ground. It's been nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a roller coaster, but I'm on work release now, babysitting and security for Sonia Sotomayor. So
Hey, good for you. Good for you.
I mean, things are looking up, and maybe in the fall if things go my way, I'm not getting sentenced to death.
Hey, I would
get away from the chair.
I would love it. I doubt it, but I would love to see
Just
that.
really try. Look, and if I give you a hard time, I'm just trying to really impress Sotomayor here.
No, you do what you got to do. You gotta punch me in the face. You do it.
Okay.
By the way,
noted. Will do.
Sorry.
At some point.
Got it. By the way, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just got very excited to see Doug. He's a good guy. He just murdered 2 people. That's a different thing, though.
Yeah, and I only buried one of them. I mean, nothing.
Yeah. So, Your Honor, can I help you?
Yes. I need you on stage with me.
Sure.
Right now. Let's go.
Let's go. Smash cut.
Mike's on stage with Sonia Sotomayor.
I'm poorly playing bass for the No Doubt cover band. There's 6 jars of mayonnaise and 1 bowling ball. Doug fucked up.
Damn it. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. You know her, you love her, and she's just a girl. Sonia Sotomayor.
Sonia.
Today, this man,
She takes Mike.
Hey.
you see before you, he is going to swallow an entire bowling ball.
The crowd in unison, as they've been doing all night, has been responding instead of with cheering with, in unison, yes, Your Honor.
Let's cut to Alex and Adam in the crowd.
Sonia. Sonia.
That's not Sonia Sotomayor. That's Dr. Mario from the hit series Dr. Mario.
Wait a second.
It's me, Mario. Oh, no, you got me. But I can hit these pills. Eat the pills. Eat the pills.
Oh, no.
Oh, Dr. Mario, get away, get away.
The doctor convention across town, Alex. They infiltrated Lollapalooza.
Oh, damn it. That's
What's in
so
those
unexpected.
pills?
Frankincense and a lot of cocaine. Don't eat them.
Frankincense and a lot of cocaine. He's getting so... Is it Nugenix Total T for men? He's getting so buff. Oh, wait, it's Nancy from high school in the front row. Mike, you look so good.
Oh, thanks, Nancy. I look great after I...
You know, if you become mayor, maybe we could go to the reunion together.
Hey, is that Nancy?
I mean, we could...
Nancy, it's me, the already mayor.
Oh, hey, Alex.
Hi.
Hey, Alex, are you busy tonight?
No, but Mike is. He's got to shit out a bowling ball.
All right, bye, Mike.
I mean, Nancy, I could...
Want to go to adult prom?
You know it. Emphasis on adults. Yeah, and then Beyond a Reasonable Doubt does a little porn guitar riff.
While a terrorist attack is currently happening.
Yeah.
Fear
All
me.
of that is happening while the entire crowd is screaming.
Feast on my soul.
Tyler, it's Doug. I'm going in.
Doug, be careful. I'll go for the legs, you go for the top. But Doug,
Okay.
Doug, I love you.
Tyler,
Yeah.
I'll babysit your daughter in hell. And I mean that in like a good way.
Sophia's not going to hell.
I know, but I am. Or at least I'm ready to.
Let's do this.
Let's do this! We see Tyler leap at Dr. Mario from behind. Doug leaps towards him from the front. They're going to tip him. He's standing. Okay, picture this. They're going to tip him so that they temporarily become a stack of 3 men.
Yes.
And then Doug will leverage his gravity to press all 3 of them into the ground, effectively flattening Dr. Mario.
I shouldn't have underestimated these 2 guys that I just met 3 minutes ago.
Okay,
shut
hold
up.
him down. Hold him down.
I got him.
Mario, you scumbag. Where is Sonia Sotomayor?
I'll never tell, and you can never make me tell.
Okay, hold on. Mike, get over here.
Hey.
Ugh.
Oh.
Thanks for letting me do that. You see what I just did? I just punched him in the face. I'm going to do that to you if you don't tell me where Sonia Sotomayor is.
I'm sorry, I wasn't looking. What did you do?
Okay, watch. I'm going to punch him in the face, okay? Mike, other cheek.
We got the picture.
Jesus style, other cheek.
All right, I got you. Oh.
Wait, one more time. I want to get it on video.
Okay, Mike, third cheek. Bend over.
You could also just take the phone. I mean,
Mike, bend over.
Fine.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch him in the ass, okay? Look, eye contact.
Eye contact.
Ugh. Oh, come on. Ow,
Great, now
dude.
call him a bitch.
I don't like what this is becoming for you. I've already was not a fan of yours. But look, I'm going to do that to you. I'm going to punch you twice in the face and once in the ass if you don't tell me where Sonia Sotomayor is.
Punching, no.
Tell me where she is.
She's in the green room. Don't punch me.
She's exactly where I left her. Fuck. All right, Tyler, we got to go get Sonia Sotomayor. Let's go down into the bowels.
I could hold this guy. I could hold.
No,
Dr. Mario.
he'll be fine. He's
learn my
subdued.
lesson.
Let's
I'm
go.
good now. Bye.
Come on. All right, we're gonna break down the door. Mike, come over here.
Okay.
Mike, come over here. Battering ram. Mike, through the door. Oh, God, this door is firm.
Oh, come on.
Sonia Sotomayor, are you okay?
Hey, yeah, it's me. I'm okay.
Oh, good.
I'm in the room.
Were you about to introduce yourself, son?
Mike's unconscious.
I'm Sonia Sotomayor.
Are you aware of the situation? You were locked in here by Dr. Mario, who was acting on behalf of the evil American Medical Association and Convention of Doctors, and was impersonating you and sexually forcing this gentleman who's on the ground to swallow bowling balls covered in mayonnaise. Are you aware of this situation?
I didn't know about the mayo and the bowling balls, but I was aware that Dr. Mario kidnapped and impersonated me. I know that.
So you're up to speed, so that's good. Well, it looks like everything worked out here at the convention center, and look at the time. I gotta go back to prison soon, but
prison?
Let's all...
You're going to prison? You saved me.
Well, you know.
No. What's your... Doug, I see it on your name tag there. You know how security guards have name tags. I see it on your name tag there. You're Doug? You're the...
Yeah, from the state of Alabama versus Doug. It's me.
You killed Jerry, right?
Well, I buried him. Did you see my reality dating show Someone Bury Jerry?
Yes, I did see that. That was actually quite fun. Me and my husband watched it all the time. It was great.
It did become a snuff film at a point, but until then, it was breezy.
Doug, thank you for saving me here today. And by the power vested in me by the Supreme Court, you are now above the law. You can go do anything you want, and everything you have ever done is free of charge. You're clear of everything, man.
Oh, Your Honor, thank you so much. This is the best day of my life. Let's all turn and walk out of this green room and be totally fine. And as they turn, standing in the doorway, pointing a gun at them, is Dr. Mario.
Oh, I didn't learn my lesson. I changed my mind.
We subdued you.
I woke up.
Fuck, that happens sometimes.
I said, where's everyone? And I walked around looking for everyone. I found this price gun, and then I found you guys. Don't move, or I'll make you $4.99. I'll just throw this thing at you.
No! And we see in slow motion, Dr. Mario throws this price scanner that he found at this lawyer convention, but just as it is about to slam, Mike right in the face and crack his skull first.
You see Doug dive down and pick up Mike's unconscious body just so he can
throw him in front of Sonia Sotomayor. But just as it's about to crack Mike's skull open from the front, a football comes into frame and knocks it out of the way, and Dr. Mario reacts to that.
What the fuck?
The camera turns down the hallway. We see Brutus and the entire 2003 Limbrook High Fighting Raymonds football team have reunited. They're in terrible shape, but they have thrown a football and are staring down Dr. Mario. Hey, Dr. Mario. Looks like it's the hikes of March for you. And he tosses a football. Slow motion. We see there's a perpendicular hallway that is meeting the path of this hallway, where we see a older Zapruder filming this on his Motorola Razr, the new version. Football, slow-mo, through midair, gets Dr. Mario right in the temple and blows his head off.
Oh, great.
It's good!
Oh, man. Oh, you're Brutus. You played for the Limbrook Raymonds back in the day, right? I used to be a big fan of Long Island high school football.
Yeah, at me, Brutus. I see my reputation. You must have read my Sports Illustrated article a couple of years ago. Yeah, I went pro.
Yeah, it was in the swimsuit edition, right?
Yep. Well, the body.
It was in the body
both.
issue.
I was the first person to be in both.
I remember that because I was very interested in finding out about Lisa Leslie's workout routine, and I was greatly disappointed at the objectification happening in the article. And then I got to you. At me, Brutus, and your story of your 2,000-yard drive. I was very impressed at that.
Can you and I know this because I play football. Does that mean I ran for 2,000 yards straight?
Yeah, that's correct. If I remember correctly, you were so excited you ran from one end of the football
Forrest
field
Gump,
to the other,
and I ran
then back again, and then back again 20 times, or 10 times technically, because it's 100 yards each way. And I had
just seen Forrest Gump late, so I thought it would be so funny to keep running out of the stadium, and I went too far. But hey, I got the Heisman for it, so sorry. The Hellmans.
Correct. That's correct. It was so impressive that they said no college player has lived up to this feat. We're going to forego the Heisman Trophy to a college person, and we're going to give it to this high school junior instead.
Yeah, well, super junior at that point. I got held back for killing a man.
Yeah, that's fair game too.
Oh,
by the
way, Doug, you're on work release too. Yeah, hey, it's a living, right?
Good to see. A lot of murderers here.
What am I doing? I'm Sonia Sotomayor. You can do crimes forever now,
Woohoo!
Brutus.
Above the law. Hey, can I get some for my buddies? They knocked over a convenience store a couple of weeks back.
Sure, why the fuck not? Here they all go.
Yeah. I like crime.
Sonia.
Well, that sucked.
That got crazy.
The event kind of fell apart, but I mean, I got above the law. Did you guys get above the law?
No, but I talked to one of the doctors about giving Mike a C-section.
Oh, that's good.
He said, no C-section. You're just gonna have the largest kidney stone to ever exist. You're gonna have a good time passing that.
It's gonna come out the front.
And, no, the bowling ball, because it was coated with so much mayo.
I see.
Something about the equilibrium. It got into the kidney, and
Interesting.
God. Yeah, I think you're gonna be doing a permanent split after that one.
Yeah, hope you don't get split. Am I right? Split.
The mayor made that joke already.
And that's why I'm the mayor and not getting impeached. Thank you guys for passing me.
Adam, I'm giving you a 1 out of 5 for that one.
Oh, fuck, it's my turn?
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Mike, do you want to be above the law?
No, I should go talk to Sonia, because I feel like I earned it with all of the bodily harm that I took in that thing.
There's just one harm to the body.
I was punched 3 times and then used as a battering ram.
Okay, 3 bodily harms.
But by someone who is above the law, so you can't do anything about it.
That's true.
That's correct.
By the way, I don't know if you guys are interested in this, but we could offer a tax break to Sonia Sotomayor to film her movie Above the Law here. A judge whose ruling is overturned by the Court of Appeals decides to take the law into her own hands and goes around killing criminals with a gavel. And this is a good idea.
That's a great idea. You know what we're going to do with our share of the revenue, though? Bigger sauna.
Honestly, Alex, I've really come around to the sauna idea.
It's very nice. Just don't record in there, though, because I tried that earlier. By the way, I ordered us some new microphones.
Oh, these have sweat. I would say that about these. I would describe these as having sweat.
All right. So we should get to the barometer. Let's see what we can do here.
Yeah. Well, hold on. A couple of quickly before we get to the barometer. Anything else that you wanted to bring up in the episode? I mean, we heard from some great townsfolk today. I just wanted to mention the English muffin debate.
Oh, we didn't even get to that. That's right. Yeah.
I loved the, first of all, the English muffin packaging has not changed in 30 years.
Yeah.
I have a thing of English muffins in my pantry that looks exactly like that. I love the line of Marie threateningly, Frank being like, you kill the crannies, you smush them into the nooks, referring to the English muffins. And then Marie being like, I'll smush you into a nook. I like that.
The later on when, oh, damn, I forgot to write it down, but what was the line? Frank said, I'm not eating it. And she said, you're eat the damn muffin. Just the cadence and the seriousness of eat the damn muffin shook me and made me laugh. I loved that.
She was done.
Yeah.
I wrote down, this is a bullet point that I wrote down, the muffin represents control. trying to psychoanalyze it a little bit, and it's like Frank wants the muffin his way and he doesn't want to be told to eat the muffin. Marie wants to make sure that Frank eats the, like, it's all very specific. It's about how they conduct their lives. Like, if we're gonna like look into the symbolism of the muffin, which we don't have to, but I just think it's an interesting illustration of their dynamic.
That would be a big conversation in their couples counseling, which they will never receive.
Yeah. What is a blue medium toothbrush, and why do they have so many of them?
Because
I have to assume
Ray gets everything he wants all the time, and he likes blue toothbrushes.
And of a medium size because his mouth isn't huge.
He's got a medium mouth.
That refers to the firmness of the bristles. No, you have soft, medium, hard.
I was imagining a massive toothbrush for a massive mouth.
Yeah, I can imagine her buying these in bulk once she finds out that Ray has this specific preference. I liked Robert, though, being like, the blue toothbrushes are mine. Clearly, he knows that Ray
likes them,
prefers the blue toothbrushes, and he's trying to exercise some domain over it. Very funny. And then just him gloating over Andy getting published. Very funny as well. Also, the continuity, Robert is still moved out. He's just back doing laundry.
I did notice that, and I appreciated it very, very much.
Yeah. Did I have anything else to point out? No, I think we covered everything that I had. I'm so glad we got a chance to talk with Private John Investigator about the newspaper. I think that's the most important thing about this episode, is placing it in the exact date and time that it took place. Mm-hmm. And just again to emphasize, as far as we can tell, this episode about this very specific, mostly internal conflict that Ray is having is taking place over the course of 4.5 months. So this is really getting to Ray. Like, it can't be emphasized enough. Anything else that you guys want to point out before we turn our attention?
I think everything I have left to say should be said in the barometer.
Okay.
All right. Well, in that case, oh shit.
Oh, I got it.
Is that, what's her name? Sharon or Sandy?
Sharon. I think.
Shit,
no.
Sharon's back.
She molted in the sauna again. Mike,
I got it. I also got to go past the bowling ball anyway. All right. Bye.
Pass. Okay, Mike is going to go fire our receptionist.
There's a knock at the door, Adam.
Oh, who is Your Honor?
Hey, it's me. I heard we were talking Raymond.
Yeah.
You're a fan of Raymond? Supreme Court
be?
Justice Sonia Sotomayor is a fan of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Based on our previous guest, it's actually pretty easy to not be a fan of Raymond.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. But I also will say that I am actively trying to make your forced live stream of Everybody Loves Raymond a national effort. So I am big in favor of Raymond here tonight.
Yay!
That seems sort of outside the scope of your usual responsibilities.
No, shut up, Adam. This is cool. Yay!
Yeah. All right. So what are we discussing?
Sonia, just to point out, you exactly 1 month and 2 days before this, you were appointed as before this episode aired November 9th, 1998, you were appointed as a judge of the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. Did you see this in real time? Did like Raymond help you with that professional transition sort of unwind at the end of the day?
I have regrettably never met Ray Romano. However,
I meant the show.
Oh, well, yeah, we did have a watch party to celebrate my 33rd day as a judge. So it was a very notable moment.
Hey, that's a month.
I love that. That's a month and 2 days.
That's correct.
Have you ever presented an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond in court? I know this is not your thing now that you're a judge, but as a lawyer, did you ever present an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond in court as evidence?
I have, first of all, absolutely. I got objected to many, many times, but now I'm a judge and nobody can object to me. So when I'm sentencing people, I typically reference episodes of Everybody Loves Raymond to get back at them. I will tell them, this reminds me of the episode where...
Not cool for a judge to want to get back at me. I mean, sorry. You know more than me, but I think you're supposed to be impartial.
I'll take away your above the law status. Get out of here.
No, come on. I didn't even do anything yet.
It didn't even be illegal
You're being annoying. You're being annoying.
All right, sorry.
Adam, there's so much you could have done.
Sorry, during sentencing.
I had so many papers for you to
During
sign.
sentencing, I'll say, this reminds me of the frog lady. Sometimes there are just things you just don't do. One of them is eat flies. Another one of them is... And then I'll check the thing. If it's like attempted murder or something, I'll say another one is attempted murder. You're going away for life. And then the whole courtroom cheers. It's great.
I like that spin. And I have seen like video of you adjudicating, and you do use a big spoon and fork to gavel sometimes.
That's correct. I always have them in the background if I'm not actually using them.
Yeah. Wow, an honor, no pun intended, but also intended.
Oh, you.
Do you get that a lot? Do people say it's an honor to have you here and then sort of like look at, I assume there's a camera in the room, look at the camera and be like, wink?
It's actually specifically not allowed for you to bring cameras into a room. That's why there are courtroom draw artists.
That's, illustrators.
That is true.
It's like the last thing they get to do.
And they never get my nose right. But that's a different thing. But yeah, occasionally people make jokes.
They don't get your nose right? I'm sorry.
No, it sucks.
Well,
anyway, let's talk Ray. Let's talk
Glad
Ray.
to hear you're a fan. So we're going to turn our attention now to the classic barometer, which is the scale on which we rate Ray's performance as a husband, son, brother, writer, editor. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the great dads of television history, you're Danny Tanner, Uncle Phil, Carl Winslow, and 1 being the bad men of TV, Walter White, Don Draper, men who actively harm their families. So, Your Honor, I will offer you the opportunity to go first out of respect, but you can also hear...
I'll wait till the end. I'll see what everybody else is doing here.
Okay.
I only sometimes listen to your podcast. I'm sorry. I'm a busy woman.
I'm surprised and honored that you listen to it at all. Do you ever... share it to the other justices? Is it pretty much an ideological divide? Like the supermajority will hear some of our earlier episodes and leave a very unhappy review, and then the rest of you kind of stay with it and see the point?
Well, actually, I will say people are a little bit across the aisle with that. Some people are too serious. Other people aren't serious enough. But I will say, Roberts loves it.
Roberts is a big fan.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Should we, Your Honor, should we make a t-shirt that says John Roberts Barone?
You know what? Screw it. That'd make a great Christmas
The real
gift.
question
Go
is
for it.
like, who in the world, aside from Sonia, would buy that?
Who would buy a t-shirt that says I'm a grandson with our logo on it? But that doesn't stop it from being
Is that in the
store.
shop yet? Because I want
Yeah.
one. Oh, no way.
Anyway.
So, all right. So you will hear our opinions and then adjudicate on how you think Ray did. For me, I feel like I've said already, I was not impressed by Ray in this episode. I found him to be incredibly self-centered, which is the theme of the episode, obviously. And also just, not listening to Deborah, his reaction to Andy really bothered me because he sees it both as, I'm in a position of status here. I'm the good writer, and he only wants to be a writer. But in addition to sort of taking that satisfaction from it, he's almost like disgusted at the way that Andy's responding to his criticism, which Andy's one of his good friends, and the way that he talks about to Deborah, the way that he talks about making Andy cry, it really kind of bothered me. His whole sort of like, he doesn't sympathize generally with people who are in pain. I hope Deborah was being facetious or hyperbolic when she said that he said it's much harder to watch the person in pain to her when she was in labor, but also I could believe that absolutely happening. I just thought he was a real asshole in this and self-centered, truly a pig for attention. And you know what? To like distill it, he was like, writing sports articles is mine. I don't want anyone else to do it. I'm going to give him a 2.5.
Wow. That might be one of the lowest scores we've seen on this entire show.
Alex.
I was going to go low. I don't know if I was going to go that low, but he does suck. First, credit where credit's due. Ray, despite all the bitching and moaning, does agree to help Andy, even though he knows what will become of it. And it seems that he gives him some really good, real advice, considering the end of the episode where Andy tells Ray, hey, they told me a lot of the same things you told me, which probably taught Andy a lesson at some point. So we could definitely tell Ray wasn't trying to sabotage him or anything. He was just trying to help his friend, and that's good. But basically after that, yeah, Ray was just a huge kind of just egomaniac the entire time. Wanting a specific toothbrush, I think, is kind of cute. I thought that was kind of sweet that he wanted the blue one. But it does mirror kind of his issue where it's like he really doesn't listen to other people, especially in this episode. He really only focuses on himself, his own problems. Even when recounting the story, he really focuses on how hard it was for him to have to deal with someone else's problem. When in reality, he was just helping someone. Like, he just comes off as very non-sympathetic and non-empathetic at all. So aside from that one good thing, I think I'm happy. I'm comfortable giving him a 3.5.
Okay, 3.5. So, Your Honor, 2.5, 3.5. Now that you see how it works, how is Ray coming in for you on this episode?
Well, as I am so accustomed to do, I am going to write the minority position. I am going to make a statement, a dissent here. I love Raymond, and he did nothing wrong. I don't know what you guys are talking about. He helped his friend. He sat down and he made the article better. That doesn't happen. Then he went home and Deborah was just looking for a reason to be upset with him because she had a bad day at the dentist, and that sucks. But helping your friend who can't write sucks more. And Sports Illustrated doesn't know a good thing when it bites him in the ass. So they ruined Raymond's career. They ruined Andy's career by publishing him too early. And now he won't be able to write And now he won't be able to write in that style ever again. And he's going to get screwed for it. He's going to get screwed for it.
That is such an interesting
Yeah, good.
And also, another thing, Robert is a bad brother. I'm just going to say it. He should give his brother who doesn't live at home, who only comes over once in a while, he should give him the blue toothbrush. He deserves the blue toothbrush. What are you doing here after you're coming up to do laundry and you're still bitching and moaning? Get out of here. That sucks. Ray's flawless. I'm giving him a 10.
Oh, wow.
That's the first 10 in this podcast's history of rating, and it's so amazing that it was able to be given on such a deserving episode.
You guys are too pessimistic. This is why Alito doesn't want to listen to it, all right? This is why Alito hates you guys.
I've read Alito's review. I've read Thomas's review. They're not fans.
No, they're not. They hate it. I just listen.
Sometimes I find myself unable to blame him.
You ever think that Ray has it too hard? I think you guys are too harsh on him. All right.
This is such a surprising take from Sonia.
Yeah. Are you sure you're not Dr. Mario?
No, we killed Dr. Mario.
That's true. He was killed by a football.
And then I declared that the man that I killed him can do crime forever.
You gave him above the law. God, if only Tom Brady had been there, he'd still be alive and could face justice.
Yeah.
He would have deflated that ball.
He would have deflated the ball.
What's the average? I know that you do a little math on the side. What's the average? What a stupid
you know me.
statement.
I'm the Supreme Court's tip calculator too. I'm the person that I'm the one that calculates everybody's tip, and it's great because sometimes they,
Do you? I gotta ask, and I know we gotta get out of here. I gotta ask, when all 9 of you go out to dinner together, where do you go?
Oh man, that's a great one. There are a lot of lawyer bars that are out there. It's great. One of them is called The Bench. The other is just called The Bar. It's a pun because you gotta pass.
That's good.
You gotta pass the bar to get to the court. Yeah, it's good. Anyway.
Of course. So what is the average of 2.5 plus 3.5 plus 10 divided by
Too high.
that
That's for
comes out
damn
to be
sure.
5.3. That comes out to a
5.3.
5.3 this episode, which is
That
That feels a little high to me. But I can't argue. You are the, you are the highest court in the land.
This is the first one that makes me feel unhappy.
Your ruling is final. But that doesn't seem exactly right to me. But, grand scheme of things, maybe it is a 5.3. Who am I to argue? Well, Your Honor, thank you so much for coming in and doing this. Is there anything we can do for you now that you're here? Oh, actually, you know what? Can I get your sign off on this? This is a performance review that Mike and I were doing for, Mike. Yeah. We're doing for
he's the
Alex
one with the bowling
here.
Ball, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully in the next 20, 30 minutes, not anymore. But this is a performance review that we were doing for the mayor over here. For
Hello.
Alex. Do you mind notarizing this for me?
Absolutely. 10.
That's not okay. That's okay. Thank you.
I'm not going to correct you on
Adam,
what
just get a picture of her with the document.
Okay.
Yeah, don't you mansplain to me.
Let me get
that's not how this works.
Can we get the mayoral photographer? Oh, Mr. Zapruder, come on in. Just a picture of me, Sonia Sotomayor, holding this legal pad together, and perfect. Okay.
Check out our Instagram.
It's truly been.
Yeah, you got it. I follow you guys already at Barone.zone now, right? Because the other one got By the way, when you post that picture, you'll notice I'm giving you bunny ears in the background. I thought that was clever. Yeah.
Classic. You are famously the fun justice.
Yeah, no kidding. I'll tell you what though, Jackson's coming for that slot, but she's not there yet. I'm still the goofball.
Does she listen?
Katanji? Yeah, she's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All the good ones listen. Is there anything else we can do for you though? I mean, actually, I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Yeah. My house is pretty lonely. I would really like a pet. Do you guys have like a shelter or something that I could
Yes, out front. Talk to our receptionist.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't have a shelter, but I definitely think you could find someone doing it up down there. I hope you like reptiles.
Oh man, we had a Komodo dragon for years.
This
You and the other 8 Supreme Court justices?
Yeah, we split it.
You shared a Komodo dragon?
Yeah.
I would love to know more about that, but we don't have time. Please leave.
Sure. All right. Come on. Oh, you must be Sandy. Come on, let's go.
Oh, it's perfect. Sonia, meet Sandy.
Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Okay, perfect.
Peace out.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Where the hell's Mike?
I don't know. I think he's in the sauna.
Hi, I made it. That was the most painful 20 minutes of my life.
You're telling me I had to sit here and listen to Sonia Sotomayor give the first 10 on this show to the most undeserving thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, she really rocked the barometer.
Can't think of a more deserving person to give it out.
While you were passing that bowling ball in the sauna, Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor came in here and gave Ray Romano a 10 on our arbitrary scale of his performance in this episode.
Brand new sentence.
It kind of hurts.
Well, I think that's it then. Is there anything else you want to address before we do the spiel and get on out of here?
Thank yous and love yous.
I think, thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you subscribe. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We'd really appreciate it.
We got to counteract Alito. Leave us a 5-star.
Buy the Barona's Zonus and we'll say your name on the show.
Yeah, go to postfund.org/donate, one-time donation, or more if you want, who cares? And you get lifetime access to a monthly bonus episode. We just did Ray, Don't Tell Me. We talked about Ray's appearance on the NPR panel show, Wait, Don't Tell Me. And we're going to be doing something else for August. We haven't decided yet. But that is a lot of fun over there. There's Scruples. There's other stuff. Check it out and check us out at barone.zone on Instagram and Threads. And Barone Zone on Facebook. Raymond at postfund.org. And that's it.
Thank you guys so much.
And I think the only thing left is our classic sign-off. Everybody
loves
Raymond.
And we love
you.
Kissy, kissy.
Okay.